Hi friends, I'm Yolanda. I am co-founder of Harper Therapy, and I am here at Ideal Massage, Lutz location, with Don Langley, who's co-owner of not just this location, but you also have a location in Wesley Chapel.
Right, yes. 2 locations. We've been open 10 years.
Yeah, and so our backstory with Ideal Massage is that as someone who has a chronic health condition, a chronic pain condition, massage is super helpful for me for my pain levels, but then also, you know, just mental and emotional well-being as well. And so I was looking for a place that I could go to be able to afford a regular massage, because sometimes it's not so affordable.
Yeah, definitely.
And so what I found was Ideal is a fantastic place to be able to be in a really comfortable, warm, welcoming, relaxing environment, and also have a super awesome, high quality massage with your fabulous team.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are great. And then of course Shaman and I take advantage of couples massages as well. So
it's definitely one of the most favorite modalities.
Sure.
You know, been a therapist for 18 years, but I always did individual massages, never really couples. And when I moved up here, it's very family oriented, and there was just a lot of requests.
A lot of requests for couples.
Yeah, definitely. So it's
so. Do you have more couples rooms here?
Yeah, we have 11 rooms at Wesley Chapel, and we have 8 here. But there's 2 couples rooms at Wesley Chapel. We actually have 2 here, but we can make a third one. So like
if
for
you need to.
Valentine's Day, certain holidays,
great.
We definitely.
That's great.
Definitely.
So tell us more about what was the passion behind opening not 1 but 2 locations?
Sure. Well, it's a crazy story. I mean, I've been a therapist for 18 years.
Right.
I became a therapist when I was 22. And I just struggled a lot, like I think most people do, of wanting to know what they want to do in life.
Right, yeah.
And I was good with math, and I was one of the first grandchildren to go to college, so there's that pressure there.
Right.
And so I went to school for computer technology, you know, this was 20 years ago.
Right.
And in accounting, and I went and got a great job and wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, had a degree, everything.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I sought therapy. And I've always have since I've been a teenager. It's always been something I've stressed. I've had anxiety and stress, and I've had to learn how to balance that out. And massage, I've never had a massage younger just because I just never thought it was affordable.
Right.
And when I first went there, one of the first things they ask, you say like I'm struggling, tell me what to do. And of course you guys will always turn the question back and be like,
gee, you mean we don't tell you what to
do? But even today, even like 20 years, because it took me a while, you know, they said, start small. It wasn't built in a day. It's not like you're going to come up with this in a day.
Right.
You know, you want to answer now, but it's not there.
Right.
So just start small and look around. What makes you happy? What's your hobbies? What do you need in your life? Okay, what's going to make you happy?
Yeah.
And when I did that, when I started looking around, and I just my sister was in a horrible car accident. I had the frustrations of not being able to help, taking her to therapy, and it just, there's that frustration. So I was going, well, maybe why don't I want to help, but just like some people, like I sight of blood and
not helping that way.
And I'm like, okay, well, let me research what I can do, and massage therapy. I'm like, and I enrolled, and I really went there as a hobby, literally thinking it was one of those weekend courses.
Just try it out.
In my 20s, not very long. My family thought I was nuts, you know, just like, you have a degree, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
And when I finally finished it about 10 months later, the knowledge of anatomy that I had to learn. It just, it totally changed me just in just 10 months to a year.
Wow.
And I think my whole family kind of just, at first, I'm sure they were all very like, oh boy. And
what's she doing?
But I think at the end of it, they were like, oh, there must be something to this, you know, because she's happy. Yeah. And that's all you really care about when you see someone happy too, you know, you see them struggling. Right. And that's where it started. And I just grew from there. And
I love that. I've known you for a while. I've never heard that story. Yeah, so that's cool.
And I've always had that passion. And I traveled a lot in my 20s. And the thing that gave me zen and peace was looking at nature. So when of course, I worked for other massage places, and they were very clinical, and I felt like I was going to a doctor, and I didn't feel...
And so that's why there's all this beautiful space.
Definitely. And in the room. The murals are definitely for the clients as much as the therapist. The therapists need to find that zen mode when they come to work. They're just like you. They clock in, they clock out, but they need to learn how to leave all that stuff at the door. That's harder said than done. So having where you hit all 5 senses for even the therapist and the client, from smelling the aromatherapy and then the touch and the sound of the music and the ocean waves, and all it just really helps you relax.
And we were talking a little bit earlier about just the holistic benefits of massage, right? So we have the physical, of course, right? Definitely. But you were saying, you know, it's the same nervous system, so we get benefits for our emotional well-being, for our mental well-being.
It releases a serotonin, like just that when you're working out, it releases also, so it releases toxins out of your system. Right. That your muscles get tight, just like when you're in muscle. I always use a gym analogy because I tell people, let's say you haven't been to the gym in a year. January 1st, you're ready to go. Yeah. 2 days later, you feel like a Mack truck just hit you because you haven't worked out in a year. Right. The same thing goes with massage. People think, you know, they don't see the correlation between the two because they're like, I'm taking a nap and they're just rubbing me. That has nothing to do. But from a scientific, it is doing something.
Well, and from a psychological perspective, a lot of our emotions are held in different parts of our body, and we're
you
not
don't
aware
realize
of that.
what it's doing for you, a benefit for you. Yeah. And there's also a happy medium of just like when you go into the gym, you can get too much or you know, to definitely balance that out.
And you guys, I mean, you offer such a wide array of massage.
From prenatal, you know, I think they need it the most sometimes. They're caring for two, but we have chronic pain that we have to deal with every day. So, you know, you have coming in once a week, twice a week, sometimes once a month, whatever their affordability. We try to. We try to work with them.
And you have therapeutic massage.
Definitely. And just relaxation. Relaxation does just as much.
Right.
You know, you get definitely need. We're meant to have human touch, and that's what's so hard about right now is because we can't even give someone a hug. Right. You can't, and people don't realize what that does to people in general, that you have to have a physical touch. Absolutely. And learning the right touch too, you know, and right now we're all finding a new normal of what that's going to define.
And for so many of us, the massage has been such an important piece of our own self-care, you know, and that's been missing, and that's been really hard. So we are all excited. I'm super excited that you guys are opening up. You have taken some time to be thoughtful and very diligent about what that looks like to maintain everyone's safety and well-being, and you will be opening up again Thursday, right?
Thursday, May 28th, we'll be answering phones on Tuesday the 26th. Okay,
so start scheduling.
But the schedule was actually complete just before we got here today. So online scheduling. Okay. About 40% of our clients love just booking online. If they know who they want to go see, and then for Lutz, we're excited because we're going from 5 days a week to 7 days a week.
This was my happy news for today.
I know. You're like,
I'm so happy,
Like, a lot have been asking for us to extend our hours out to that 7 days a week, so we're excited about that. That's for sure.
Awesome. That's awesome. So, tell us one thing about you that nobody knows.
Well, I think you know.
I know.
I'm my identical twin.
Yes.
She's also the I think a lot of people, when we first started off, they would tell me, gosh, you're here every day.
Right?
I am.
I work so much. Yeah.
Then they would see us both in the same room.
They're like, wait a minute.
And yes,
that was me. That was me early on. Yeah.
We used to work separately, and I never had to worry about telling people I was a twin as much. And then when we worked here, I got more like, shame on you didn't tell me you were a twin.
That's so funny.
And so now I feel like I just have to bring it up in
let people know.
Conversation sometimes, because they don't realize that we're twins.
Yeah. So I have to ask, what's your favorite type of massage to get? Do you have one?
I personally, I like therapeutic. I like my therapeutic work. Ashiatsu is my favorite.
I gotta try it. Tell people what this is.
It is the ultimate deep massage, and at first a lot of people, what they are, you have the therapist above you, and they have bars that hold them, and then they use their feet. Now they don't use both of their feet at the same time because people they're gonna crush you, but it's a broad, stroke that they use on your back, and it doesn't feel like your feet on you. You think it would, because as a therapist, I went into this massage and I'm thinking, exactly what it's going to feel like, and I was totally blown away. And they regulate the pressure, and it really has nothing, but it's definitely different techniques. One of my favorite, they sit on a bench, in the front of it, and they take their feet into your shoulders, and they do this kind of, I say like massage in your shoulders, and you just can't get that pressure when you're doing it with your hands at all. Yeah. So it's definitely for the people that really have worked up to, I wouldn't say anyone that's new to massage therapy.
It can be
would
intense.
Be a good candidate.
Yeah.
It would be a little too intense.
Okay.
But the people that are like coming in and be like, you give it all you got. Yeah. This is something definitely for
it's on my list.
It's definitely for them for sure.
Yeah.
But I've always loved having tools to work with in the rooms too.
Yeah.
I have everything from a hot stone to bamboo to just anything you can think of to use. And one of the things that we've added is our Theraguns, and that just does percussion therapy a little bit better. Yeah. We do it with our hands, but the gun helps because it can get into, maybe there's some therapists that are not as deep too, but it does a vibration therapy that allows the oxygen and blood flow to certain atrophy, like the muscles. So most people do buy them when they work out too, because the lactic acid that builds in the muscles, so they want to kind of move that,
you guys
it
have
out.
So many different options, and there's always the option to add aromatherapy to your massage
with no extra charge.
With no extra charge.
Right.
In the Wesley Chapel location, you have the hydro massage unit.
We do.
Yeah.
So you won't have a therapist. So
it's a machine.
Right. So if you don't feel comfortable seeing a therapist right now, we do have a hydro machines, and it's 32 jets. Warmed up. Nice and warm. And you can be in there from 20, 40 or 60 minutes.
So many options.
It's cheaper than the regular massage, just because we're not having to pay a therapist. So there's some benefits there too. We got it, and it's been huge with like a lot of patients that have autistic kids. Right. Because the overstimulating that they have, it calms and warms them down a little, because it takes all those nerve and stimulations in their body and makes them tired out, like you just feel like they're on overdrive. It's That's amazing cool. From to balance that out, getting it done like 3 times a week or something too. So we try to work with a lot of kids that have had autism, and just to build that relationship. Right. Because so then they know, hard, but we've seen significant, like it only takes 1 or 2 times to introduce them to them without them then they know freaking out that it's going to be a good experience. It's beneficial and it's something that's cool. That they look forward to, actually. Yeah.
Friends, it is Friday, and if you want some happy news, the happy news is that Ideal Massage is opening next week,
Next
and you can start
Thursday.
scheduling.
Yes, start scheduling.
So if you have a self-care practice of including massage, Ideal Massage is a great option for you. If you haven't yet explored massage for self-care, for a holistic approach to mind, body, kind of spirit care, Ideal is a great place to explore kind of cultivating that practice for yourself. So
yeah, starting off 30 minutes. We do massage anyone from young as 5, and we have all the way up to 99. So for kids, it's a great way to introduce them to proper touch and introducing them.
Yeah.
Usually we'll have them come in and they're in a bathing suit, whatever they're comfortable, and they're in the couple's room with their mom or with an adult, so that they feel comfortable. Yeah. We have a lot of high schoolers.
Yeah, I bet.
I was like, I wish I had that when I was doing sports and stuff.
Absolutely.
So we're seeing a lot of our younger teenage kids getting it done, and as you know, with just the for mentally, that's a huge benefit too. So if you have someone that you have that, you can correlate that into their schedule too. So it's something, even just 30 minutes is amazing. Yeah. Check Ideal Massage out. Yes. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, thank you. And for going live with me. Yes. Yay. I know, it's good. It's good. All right, guys, have a great weekend.